What makes relationships problematic, or specifically our intimate relationships, is the belief that your partner is going to make you happy. The belief that your partner is going to give you love. If you look at your intimate relationships, there's this belief that being in a relationship is going to make you happy, that your partner is going to make you happy. The relationship is going to give you love, that the other is going to complete you. We hear this when we speak, when we say, oh, my better half, or you complete me, you make me feel whole. Or being married and living happily ever after. Or being in a loving relationship. When you look at this, these are all lies. Your partner is not going to fulfill you. Your partner is not going to make you whole. Your partner is not going to complete you. Your partner can't give you love. Your partner won't make you happy. As long as you have this belief of any of those things that I mentioned, you're going to be experiencing a great deal of unhappiness in your relationship. Because the relationship starts from a place of need, that you need the other to be happy. You need the other for love. You need the other to complete you. You need the other to make you whole. You need the other to fulfill you. It's coming from this neediness, this desperation. That you're seeking something in them. That they ultimately cannot provide. You're treating them as a supply, as a source of happiness or love or fulfillment or completeness or wholeness, fulfillment. You're treating them as an external source. You're outsourcing happiness, love, fulfillment, wholeness, completeness. You're outsourcing it. You're believing that that comes from outside of you. So there's a great deal of unhappiness that is experienced in the intimate relationships. Because once the initial highs of the relationship settle, once you're no longer blinded by the emotions, at the start of the relationship, you start experiencing what is. That this relationship isn't making you happy, that this relationship you still haven't found love, that this relationship you still feel incomplete, even though you're in a relationship. You still don't feel whole, even though you have a partner. You're still unfulfilled by the relationship. Because the truth is the relationship cannot provide any of that. It's a false promise. It's something that we've been conditioned to believe. And it's some heavy conditioning. It's some heavy conditioning. You grow up, and from the age of 2, 3, 4, 5, you're being fed these fantasies, these Disney movies, that you're going to meet the one. You're going to meet your true love. No. You are the one. The real you. You are true love. What you're actually looking for in the other is actually yourself. That you are the happiness that you are seeking. You are the love that you are longing for. The real you is already complete, whole, and fulfilled. But as long as we try and look for ourselves in the other, we continue to be unhappy. You experience a great deal of frustration, anger, irritation. It's as if you're trying to squeeze happiness out of your partner. You're trying to squeeze love out of your partner. Every day you wake up, and unconsciously, for most of us, you're basically saying, I need you to make me happy today. And your partner's doing the exact same thing to you. And at the exact same time, it's kind of like you're both looking at each other saying, I can't do that. I can't make you happy. But as long as that belief is there, that they can make you happy, you're always going to be disappointed by the result. That every day you're putting this immense pressure on your partner to make you happy. You're asking for a miracle every day. Make me happy, make me happy. I want love. Complete me. Fulfill me. You're giving them an impossible task every day. And they're doing the same to you. And it's exhausting. Because you can't do it for them and they can't do it for you. It's not going to happen. No matter how hard you try. You'll find that you just become like a people pleaser. You're trying to buy them happiness. You're trying to provide. You're trying to satisfy. You're trying to give them everything. But even when you give them everything, it's not going to be enough. You could buy the finest jewelry and have all the toys and homes and vacations. You can give them the world, and it's not going to be enough. Because what everyone is actually seeking is not found in the world. What you're actually seeking is not worldly. And this is the truth for everyone. But as long as we have this belief, then the relationship is bound to get ugly. And it might be something that you're in denial of. It might be something that you don't want to see, how ugly the relationship is becoming. And this ugliness is really coming from this belief that your partner is the source of your happiness, that your partner is the source of love. The reality is that no one can make you happy. No one can give you love. No one can complete you. No one can fulfill you. No one can make you whole. It's just meeting this reality. Accepting that this is it. That what you've been sold, get into a relationship and live happily ever after, that's a fantasy. Now, what I'm not saying, to be clear, what I'm not saying is to abandon your relationship. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying get a divorce. I'm not saying break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is don't put the pressure on them to make you happy. Don't give them the impossible task to complete you. Stop outsourcing. And realize that you are the source. You stop looking outward and you start looking within. The attention stops going towards the partner, begging for happiness, demanding love, wanting to be fulfilled. You stop going to your partner with an empty cup. You have to fill your own cup. And it's about realizing that your cup is already full. And that's only realized by stop going outward towards your partner. Start looking within. And when this is realized, then you realize that you are the happiness that you are seeking, that you are love itself. You are already whole. You are already complete. You are already fulfilled. Now you give the relationship the opportunity to go from ugly to beautiful. Because you are no longer giving your partner the impossible task. You are no longer demanding that they give you what they ultimately cannot give you. Instead of seeking happiness in your partner, you realize that you are the happiness. And you start sharing that. You become an expression of that happiness. You become an expression of that love. And that's the only way for the relationship to become beautiful, is when it's an expression of love. Not when it's becoming not when it's a demand for love. You have to see that what you're actually doing is you're coming from a needy place. I need the other. Why? Because I need love. As long as you need them, you're going to try and control them. As long as you need them as your supply, your source, when this is believed to be the case, that they are the source of your love, that they are the source of your happiness, you can't let them be free. You're going to try and control them, manipulate them. You're trying to squeeze them for the happiness and love. But whenever you squeeze them, nothing's coming out. This is why the relationship is getting ugly. So it's about turning within, realizing that you are the love, you are the happiness. You are already fulfilled, you are already whole, you are already complete. Now you can still remain in this relationship, but you're free from this neediness, this craving, this desire for the other. Instead, it can be a true expression of the love. That from this wholeness, completeness, fulfillment, that then the relationship can be an expression of that. That you can free your partner from the impossible task. That you can remove the pressure that you've put on them. It switches from this place of need to appreciation. That you can truly appreciate them. You don't need them, but you appreciate them. And you stay in the relationship, not from a place of need, not from a place of desperation, but from a place of appreciation. You stay because of love, because it's an expression of it. You know that you don't need them because you found that love. It's what you are. But you stay because of that love. You don't stay because you're seeking it. You stay because you are it. And love is inclusive. Love is the absence of separation. So you stay in that relationship to be an expression of that love. Hopefully this helps. I'll see you in the next one.